Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to more The Simple Life 2 mod pack. I'm Winry, and this morning I feel like getting some building done, getting this place prettified, organized. Right now it is a jumbled mess. If you watched yesterday, we worked a little bit here on getting some things created. We've got a petal farm back there, and we automated the thermalily by getting some lava from the nether. That is semi-automated because I just put a capacitor bank down, so when that battery power runs out in the nether, we'll have to replenish. And then I set up a Narslimus in the slime chunk that I have there. So we have some passive mana, and then we have some active mana. Hello, Alchemist Azure. Nice to see you this morning. Good morning. So first things first, I want to clean up I have a couple of root lines coming through. There's one here, but then the others I don't even have lined or anything. So I want to get them lined with the living wood and make them look pretty. And then I think I'd like to finally set this runic altar somewhere and get some mana sent to it. So we'll have to figure all that out. The tree needs some work, so we're going to be working on that as well. So yeah, that is what we're going to get started with. I have the pure daisies running here with some wood so that we'll be able to continuously get the living wood that I am going to need. And we definitely need some planks, so let's just change a bunch of those into planks. What I've been doing for the tracks here is that underneath the rail is the planks, and then we've got regular living wood lining the walls, and that's what I'm going to continue. And then across the top will be mana glass eventually. So we have a bunch of lining to do here, and I'm just going to get started with it. I believe this whole line is already lined in living wood planks all the way to underneath the tree. It looks like it. Alright, so we just need to dig out and place living wood. There, we should probably have it go step down right here. But that's what we're going to be working on for the first part. And that tree is going to come down, so we'll take that down. I used to do Sunday morning build streams pretty regularly, where all I did on Sunday was building, and I missed it. So I think, I'm gonna bring them back. Let's bump that back just a touch. At least for the interim, I'll bring them back. I have a lot of things I want to build in all of my playthroughs. I've got 3 packs running right now, so you can definitely find something that might interest you. Each one I am building something different. So if one item doesn't interest you, maybe you might like the other things I'm building in a different one. So we still need it to be that tall here, but only be too tall right there. I don't want the mana cart to get stuck. So this is the direction we're going, and then this is where it actually goes underground. So I don't need to terraform this spot. Alchemist Azure, your suggestion of doing a living rock underground instead of the living wood, that's a nice idea, but at this point in time I'm not even gonna bother with it because you can't see it, and I don't plan on like visiting there at the moment. So yeah, it's a great idea and one I may engage in the future. That still needs to be high, but this one, well, we're gonna have to make do with how high it is based on the ground here. And I've been avoiding putting mana glass here because I can't walk here once I've done that. But I'm probably going to encase it today simply because I don't need to get here. I'm, you know, this is not. I'm actually tempted to do. Oh, I'm out of regular living wood. Let's grab a little bit more. I don't have a ton, so we'll be limited on what we can get done at the moment, but if I did that, and then I need to get the mana glass down, which I don't have a lot of that either. But it also lights up the area, which is something that I want. This one. We don't need that one there. And we might do the similar thing here. Like that. And, maybe if we do this. There. Okay. So there's our first rail. This one is for the mana pool over here. It's currently just for the Gormarillas, but there probably will be more generation in the area that I'll send to this station. So then we can do this station here, and it needs quite a bit of tweaking. So let's start on the direction of the tree, which is right about here, right? Yup. All right. I think I'm going to continue this being closed and have this be the area that it starts to be exposed. And it looks like I already did the planks here too, so maybe I didn't have to do all those. Tree that I'm going to take down. Alright, and this needs to go here. Yeah, I can always use living wood. I am not concerned with not being able to use up the planks. But I thought that I needed it for this section. I didn't remember what I had done. That one doesn't need to be there. Okay. This one's going to need there. That tree might end up going, but I doubt it. This one for sure. And then to figure this section out, this is how where I need to still create a view portal thing. This right here, I want to be able to see what's going on down there without going down there. So I can see by just looking, you know, how full the mana pool is. That does mean I might have to do a little bit of tweaking of where these endoflames are. Because I think the mana pool and mana spreader are right here. Yep. And so I did a 3x3 there. I might do a 2x2 on this one. Just because there's nothing above ground that it needs to see. But I do need a ring. Let's grab those endoflames that fell down here because we're going to need to replace them, and then grab some more wood. Oops. I have like nowhere to put anything. What did I put in here? There we go. That freed up some space. All right. And then we can put the mana glass here. Before I put that one in place, I want to make sure these endoflames that I reposition will get reconnected to the right one. Yes, yes. I guess it is the only one in proximity, so there we go. View portal. Yay. These are gonna have to get moved, aren't they? Yep, looks like it. This might be a good spot for that carryover. And connect there. I like that. So now we do this side and might not need to move that one. Did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, there's all of them. Okay, so I didn't have to break any further of them. Let's get this cleared. So how's everyone's Sunday morning panning out? Is it doing well for ya? Mostly Mondays are people's hard day, but sometimes Sundays can be pretty stressful. This This one needs to be 3. This would probably be where I'm going to do something like that. Sure. Okay, let's take a look at this. That's going to go back so that it turns into grass. Breakfast. I had breakfast too. Scrambled eggs. Always good for breakfast. I tend to have a lot of scrambled eggs. Kind of my go-to breakfast. This area will probably have to manicure a little later. I'm pretty certain I'm happy with this though, so we'll close that in for what we have. Ooh. Have all planks again. Okay. I also turned this on so we can drop stuff off into our main system. I don't have anywhere for dirt or gravel or anything because I'm making that stuff with the Cobbleworks. So the way refined storage works, I don't have a way of placing it into the system anyway. It's not built for what I want to do with it. This needs to be taller here because it's at an angle. Like I said, I don't want it to get stuck. And this is only one high. There we go. Gonna need to make some more mana glass. This just happened to be the stuff I already had made, so let's make some more of that. And while we have the grid available, we should probably see about getting coal. I don't have a ton of it. Let's use the coal coke, and then we need glass. We'll do another stack. Up here. Let's go up here. All right. And just keep tweaking it. We're almost done with this one, and I only have one more to do. So, need to move on to... Ooh, see, this one might need to be up. There. So that one's the endo flame. Currently, we could probably set up something else to go into this mana pool as well. Like that one. There's always more mana generation to plan out. Like I said, I would like to try to at least semi-automate every single type of mana generation flower that's possible. So, yeah. Okay, so this is the last one here. Let's get down there. This one already has two going to it. It has the slime and the thermal lily. And it's a relatively short path from here to there. So if we cannot do like I did before with the mana glass in the same way. We could do a little bit of where is it? Is it up here then? I see. Okay. that is where we can actually see it. And we can't see a whole bunch of it because it's right there too. If I turn that and that into mana glass. Let's have it at this level. And then we go that way. Yeah, that's... I don't have hydrangeas yet. Mainly because I don't have a way of auto-crafting the hydrangeas. Once I can auto-craft them, they'll be useful. Since they do die. And I want to be able to auto-craft them. I don't have to worry about the lava because it doesn't stay down long enough for it to catch this stuff on fire. But then now we can see into this one. That makes me happy. Yeah, it just needs infinite water. But again, I need to be able to auto-craft them before I plan to make them. That. Alright, this is a pretty decent fill so far. Yeah, it's only got one, maybe two more redstone power to go before it will trigger. How far? That might be it to there. Because this actually goes underneath the dirt now. Well, I could go with charcoal if I had some being made currently. I'm not making any at the moment. That's the only reason. It's currently not being made. Keep plugging away at the other side of this. Just a bit of no infrastructure, really. I just kind of went into this playthrough going, I'm going to do whatever I want and not worry about a huge amount of infrastructure until I need it. So that's really why things are like, why don't you just do this? Oh, that because you haven't done this step yet? I see. So it is a little limiting for what I can do. But, yeah, that's just the way it is at the moment. Now that should be as far as I need to go, and then I could do another thing like that here. Hello. Let's throw that one in then. Alright. There is another setup done. Yeah, I'm so excited about this one finally being almost finished. It'll make things a lot easier. Okay, let's chuck this dirt. Don't need you either. Alright, so we've got that going. Often when you do solo, you won't even go onto a difficulty until you have a nice setup. You know, I've done that before. I've definitely done that before. I didn't want to have to think about it this time. Looks like we need to turn the living rock on again. I only have 3 stacks, so we'll do one side living rock, and the other side will do the wood. Alright. That's looking pretty cool. Let's go up a little bit. We have 2 root structures here, and one going to here that you can't really see because it's underneath the tree. But that's pretty darn neat. The next thing I would like to do is get a similar setup to what I have here with this mana pool over here so that we can feed the gate, the portal. So let's get a mana pool and a spreader. I might already have that stuff made, so let's look first. There's a diluted one. There's a regular one. Let's take them all in case I need a further one. And I don't know if I have an elven spreader. It's looking like a no. So let's make one. I have to get some more dream wood. And this is the branch that I had intended for that. This is which direction? Okay, so this is the X direction. This is 198, so I need to be 186 or less. So yeah, the very end of this will work just fine. And then we'll have the mana spreader coming off of it, and I'm hoping that that will be strong enough to shoot to, let's do, now these can sit on top of the leaves. I don't have a problem with mana pools just sitting up here. Let's grab this. You see, you can go quite a ways before you lose mana, so I bet I could put it right there, and as long as I clear the line of sight, I should be able to tie it to this one. Oop. Did I lose? Yeah, let's try you again. Alright, so we've got that. That looks like line of sight. Doesn't look like it's hitting anything, so that's alright with me. And now we just need to get mana into this pool. Wait, this is all the mana we have right now, so that's what we're dealing with, other than what's in the mana carts. Uh-oh. This cart got stuck. Alright. So this and there, here and there need to be higher. And that one does too. Okay. And does not look like it got stuck further. Oh, and it's emptied and it's heading back. So now we have mana that should be getting to here. Eventually. So we may have to tweak the rest of these as I see the mana carts go through. How far does this one have to go? It should be going pretty soon too, because it looks relatively full. Couple issues with this is that I'm not making enough mana to run the aggro-carnations. Either that or I need to upgrade this mana spreader, but that shouldn't be the problem. So I do want to supplement the food that I have going into the Gormarillas, and I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. I'm considering just doing loot bag food that I get. So it might be something as simple as what I did over here with the Thermalily and just set a decent time frame and have the hovering hourglass above a dispenser and just have it do that. So when this one goes off, we may need to adjust the thing here too. And this was pretty close to going as well. Let's take a look down here. Should be able to find an access point. Let's see. Let's do it right here. Alright, so yes, that went empty, and they're likely up there. Yeah, so those are all full, or getting there. Good. Now we do have, let's see if I can show you, since things aren't efficient. I'm not going for efficiency. Down here, there's the pools that are filling up currently, and then these pools will fill up, and when these pools fill up is when it'll send it on up higher. Now this looks a little flawed, and I'm kind of concerned. I'm concerned that I did this really stupidly, and I should probably do it a different way, is what I'm concerned about. The way I had it set up with mana distributors was extremely efficient, even if I'm using mana spreaders to move the mana in the tree. And it's come to my attention that maybe I should redo that. Where do I have all my Ooh, I have more elven spreaders that I didn't notice the last time I looked. I'm gonna need tablets if I have any. I've got one here. Do I have one in here? To pick up the mana that I've got. I don't want to lose it. There's another one. Let's see if we can't fix this in a way that makes mana come to the top. Alright. What we need to do first is take all of these out. Where's my axe? Let's put all of the planks that I have in here for now. I have some decent experience, but obviously I didn't look at this stuff the way I should have. Pick up the sparks. Whoop. On this level. There we go. And go down here. We're gonna need to pick up the mana in the corners. And we'll do that, and then we'll be able to get the mana pool picked up. Okay. Oh, I have a whole nother set down here to deal with. Yay! Okay. The corners are what we need to get picked up, though. I'm stuck. There we go. And let's take the sparks off while we're in here. Alright. Alright. And then this middle one also needs to be picked up. Alright. So, what we really want to do then is put the mana distributor in the middle. Elven spreaders in all the corners. And an elven spreader will go here too. Let's put a dirt block there first, just so we can pair our mana spreaders to that dirt block spot. There we go. Now, let's get down to the next level. And we have to do the same thing again. Take these all off. I know spark transmission of mana is faster. I realize this. Again, we're finding flaws in the way I have this set up more than anything. So we're just trying to fix it so that I have mana flow, not necessarily efficient mana flow. Alright, go away. Now, we need to do the same thing again. We need to take care of all of these Come on, I know you can do it. I didn't think I was close enough for that. There we go. That should be into the bottom, yes. Okay. It's empty, our current pool. I think you can empty them both at the same time. I suppose we'll find out soon enough. Now, mana pools, if you're just getting started in Botany, like you said, you are Alchemist Resort, they hold a ton of mana. A lot of mana. So you know, this having one full pool is a decent number. I'd like to have like 6 pools of full at any one time. That's my goal. These are pretty full. A mana tablet holds half a mana pool's worth of mana. So you're already full. There we go. That one's good. All right. You're full, so we need to, let's do this one. And this one. Mana tablets also do not despawn. If I remember correctly, I do not believe they despawn. Alright, so you're done. And you're done, so I can pick you back up. Go back in here and fix this a bit. Okay. And do the same thing again. Get these picked up. Alright, I think what these are going to have is these are going to have the sparks on them. And then I'm going to have the mana spreaders also. So... only got one of these left, so we definitely need more of them. And point it to... actually, I can get down there now, so we can put this in places. That. And we'll bind you to there. And we'll put sparks back on these 4. And we need to get more mana spreaders, and those will go in all of these other spots pointing to this mana distributor. And that should help our problem. Ooh, pretty. Look at it go. Alright, so we need to make some dream wood. Don't need 2 stacks of it. We need elementium also. So let's do that. Ooh, I left this on. I didn't want to leave it on between transactions because of the power draw that it has. Alright. And make some mana steel. Alright. Alright, so we got that. Definitely need to get dominant sparks on these 2 so that it'll pull mana from there. Let's craft the mana spreaders. Do we have any petals? We have like loose petals. That'll be fine. I think I only need the 4. 2, 3, 4. And let's take a look. And up to the middle we go. Alright, so that's all set. Now we could put one here in the middle too, pointing straight up, but I'm not going to. Alright, so this is not necessarily efficient. Sparks are faster, as I said, but this is getting mana pushed up to the top where I want it. The mana pool down here should be where everything is going. And then where is it going from here? Because my dominant spark up here should be full. And it's too far away to pull it back into the recessive down below. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to this one. You see the little floaty dots? The floaty dots mean that mana pool is filling this one. Because that has a dominant spark on it too. That's good to know. Is it going over here as well? Oh no, because I don't have a dominant spark on it. I don't have any spark on you. Yeah, now that one's going over there as well. I need another dominant spark. Okay, so everything's going to that one. excessive spark on there will push mana to these 8 pools. And Lord knows how many other pools. So a recessive spark augment is an earth rune and pixie dust, which means we need to grab some ender pearls. Yeah, the reason I wanted to get this runic altar set up is because I need to do some rune crafting for spark augments, for the higher tier flowers, you know, for just things to make stuff work. That's pretty with the pink. They're ultimately going to be green, which will be cool too. Yeah, I figured this is gonna fill up. This will be nice to get some petals going. How are we doing? Over a stack of all of the petals. Yay! Or all the flowers, so it's two stacks of petals. That'll help us with getting this built out. Let's eat. Okay. Whee! I keep forgetting that this chest plate is so fast. You went the wrong way. There we go. All right. I wonder if there are any Botania quests that I haven't completed that I could complete. I don't tend to do the quests, just so you guys are aware, for those of you who are watching for this. Dragonstone, Botanical Brewing, the Glutton, the 7 Sins runes, and that's really it. This is technically AgriCraft, so... yeah. This probably just gets me another Dragonstone, and this probably gets... yeah. Yep. I was kind of hoping it would give me some sparks, or, you know, some cool stuff, but no. Alright, did you deliver your mana yet? No, but you are pretty darn close. I might trim back that dirt to see if I can see. Better. Yeah, I can see the redstone better. It's on. It needs to get 2 more steps before it'll send. You might only need to get 1 more step before it'll send the mana from here. And this will fire in the next 30 seconds, 45 seconds or so. So there's that. I just want to make sure that the routes, that the mana carts don't get stuck like the other one did. Let's check this other one here. This one's likely not going to be moving super soon, just because it's getting very little mana. The potatoes that it's doing are just terrible. So this whole setup needs to be redone. Yay for rain. Gotta move that too. want to put the runic altar, since it's something that you need a lot of. It's like the crafting method. I want to put it near in the front here. And I might put it a decent distance away. Let's take this tree down and see what we got underneath here. This would work if we did this area. Like this area here is what I'm seeing. Don't need a large space, but I'm going to make a large space. Gonna make it sort of gazebo-like. So I want to do like I don't even know how big of a circle. And again, it's going to be a circle. Let's get rid of all these trees. How about that? I am not going to update to the new update, by the way, the 1.4 bread update that so many people are updating to. I'm too far along in my world to feel comfortable with the amount of mod removals and changes that the new update provides. And so I'm just going to individually update mods as they become available to update, which I already did some this morning. I did AgriCraft. There was a huge update for AgriCraft. So I did AgriCraft and Journey Map. I'm not sure what other mods I updated. But that's kind of the way I'm going to play for the future. 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5, and then, like I said, a large circle. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. They'll eat any food stuff, and the higher the saturation and nutrition level of the food, the more mana it produces. So yeah, potatoes are pretty crummy. They're like entry level, but I could automate that pretty easily, which is why I did it. Here's a problem. That's really high up. I might want to lower it even further and just have a bit of a better cliff side. I may also just want to make this slightly smaller, because this is the half circle right here. If I make it a 7, so yeah, with Pam's HarvestCraft installed, you can make the Gomerillas. The Gomerillas can eat a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, if you go that route. 3, 4, 5 here. I still want it to be 5, but we may do 1, 2. I know, shovel right next to this. 5, 1, 4, 5. There's a lot of things that can be automated for Pam's HarvestCraft. A lot of things, especially since I have refined storage. I just haven't. It's the whole, I haven't done it, so it's not done. Yep, that circle's better. Makes me happier. We can trim this up a lot nicer. Out of dirt, aren't I? Yep. And so we'll get regular living rock in here to make a base. And maybe I can do the luminizer thing that I want to do. Because that'll require, when you request a rune, it'll pull the materials from the network. Drop them on a pressure plate, and that would trigger the luminizer to pick it up and throw it onto, excuse me, throw it onto the runic altar. Sounds fancy, I know. I want to do something with it, and I'm hoping I can figure it out. I'm hoping. Alright. And you. I need you. What am I doing? Need more. Okay. All right, up into the trees we go. Let's grab our runic altar. And we're gonna break this off of there because it's not needed. But my inventory is apparently full. Get rid of ugly birch sapling. And there is where that's going, right? No. There. Okay. That appears to be the middle.